Hey guys, it has been a long while since we've last talked. I haven't really been making too many videos, but news on the house. We did not get it. Someone purchased the house within the first couple of days, just straight right out. As far as the garden goes, we're getting close to fall, so things are here about to change. I do have a package I want to get open and show you what's inside, but before I do, I want to answer a few questions that I got over the YouTube comments. So the first question I have is from Judas Bites, and it asks, can ginkgos survive in zone 12 through 13? Now, the simple answer is no, they don't really do well in zone 12 or 13. They need a cooler climate to do well, somewhere where they can have a decent amount of cool hours or chill hours. That's just the time to rest and come back in the spring strong. Now, the second question comes from Sure, and it asks, which ginkgo tree has fruit? Now, this is kind of an iffy question. I've heard many things. I'm not sure exactly what's true, but it's typically the female ginkgos that do produce fruit, and that is true. But I've heard things like sometimes the ginkgos can change their sex. I don't know how to prove that or if it's actually true, but I've also heard that ginkgos can get mixed up within the trade, and you can end up getting a female ginkgo rather than a male ginkgo. And there are varieties that are known to be specifically just male, like American or Autumn, I believe it was Autumn Gold, possibly. Besides the ginkgos, Ruben Castro says, great video with an amazing collection of Japanese maple trees. Where do you normally get yours from? Any advice where to get them from? Thanks. I live in the Pacific Northwest. There are some great places to go, like local nurseries. You could try the Watson's Greenhouse Nursery. You can try Portland Ave. You can try the Sky Nursery in Seattle. There's all sorts of nurseries. Just look up local nurseries near you. You can check those out if you don't live in the Pacific Northwest like me. But if you want an easy place to get your maples, you can look online. Now, when it comes to buying Japanese maple trees, I do buy a lot online because there's more selections and some rare varieties. And one place I love to go to is MrMaple.com. They do a 10 at 10 where they introduce 10 new trees every week. Well, actually twice every week. So you can check out their YouTube channel, watch their videos, look out for those new trees, and pick them up as soon as possible because they do go quick. Well, now that the questions are out the way, I do want to show you guys that I have a few things going on here, and it's pretty unique. We just have to come in here really closely so you can see it, but these are Coachicum. They come up during the fall months or late summer, and they do bloom. They are also considered to be naked ladies, or that's one of the names they're given. I believe they're activated via the rain, the cool weather, and then they start showing up. I would have to think back on what the name for this one was, but it is a smaller variety compared to the giants that I have. I believe I have some sort of wonder giant, which I'll show you in a bit. Okay, I just have to step very carefully through the little pumpkin patch without destroying the actual vines. But as you can see, you see how these are coming up throughout the ground. They're still making their way up. But yeah, Coachicums. And these are the giant variety. I have a white variety somewhere, but it's not actually making its way up just yet. So I know if the white Coachicums were to come up, they'd show up in this area somewhere, but they have yet to make an appearance. We still have a lot of time. They can emerge anytime from now into October. Okay, there's one more thing I'd like you guys to check out, and it's down here. It's so small. I've done little videos on it, or shorts, when it was in its full glory. Right now it's a little bit tattered because it has been in bloom for a while now. It's preparing to put on its foliage. And similar to the naked ladies or the Coachicums, they actually don't produce their foliages first, at least this variety doesn't, but it will soon. And this is a cyclamen. You'll see them in nurseries around now during the cold weather seasons or fall seasons. And they particularly come in an assortment of colors like the one you see here. This one's an all white variety. I don't actually want to make this video too long, but I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing. A box that I just got, or it came in, maybe around like 25 minutes ago. And it's right here. It has a unique plant inside, which I will unveil. I'm gonna have to remove the tabs first. All right, so we got it out, or semi. All right, much better. So, yes, I got this from Forest Farms at Pacifica. I love it. So this is the Redbud Hazel Disanthus, and it looks similar to that of a redbud. In fact, let's go and walk up to the redbud so you can really see the comparison. Because we have a redbud right in this general area. And you can see, look at the leaves. It looks heart-shaped, just like the redbud. It's pretty cool. And the fun fact about this thing is that it looks so much like a woodland-like plant. And if you know me, you know I love woodland plants. Okay, I'm gonna sit it down next to this one, right here. Whoops. So you can see, this is another woodland-esque type plant. I got this blue shadow from MrMaple.com, and it's a blue fothergilla, and I think, like, they have similar, well, not really, but they give off the similar type vibe, and that's how you know I love things that have this kind of approach. Now, this one does have a little bit of ridding on it because of the summer and the rust and diseases, who knows, that's inside the garden. We'll probably tend to this one another day. By the way, one thing these two things have in similar, or the Redbud Hazel and the Fothergilla, is that they both have amazing fall colors, like absolutely amazing. It does prefer dappled lighting or part shade. It's not gonna want to do well in full sun, like probably not at all. All right, one more plant that I did get, which I did do a video on it. It was just a little short, but I didn't really talk on it too much. This is called a snake bark maple. I think Acer calypes. Yes, Acer calypes. You know what? I can barely read the handwriting, but that's what it is. If you can actually read it, I'm having a difficult time. I believe it was C-A-P-I-L-L-I-P-E. You know what? I don't remember. But this is another amazing forest-like plant that does put off beautiful fall colors, and I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like in fall. In fact, speaking of fall colors, the first tree to always put off fall colors is going to be my Fall Fiesta sugar maple, and you can see behind me it's starting to turn like oranges reds. Such an amazing fall beauty. Like, I love it so much. You can just see how vibrant the colors are starting to become. I want to say sometime around late this month or late September, it should be full-on fall color, along with the ginkgo tree. Although I will say, the ginkgos, they're like a bit finicky when it comes to like the color changes. Some change in October, some change or start to change in late September. It's either late September or mid-October when it comes to the colorations. I've seen, what is this one? This variety, which is the Golden Spire. Golden Spire changes, or did change, sometime late October. Same thing with American. The only one that changes like differently or before the others is usually my Autumn Gold, which we'll look at real quick. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think that it's already starting to change colors. And typically does. It's typically the first to change around late September. And I think the foliage, oh, you can see the autumn, I think it's Autumn Joy in the background there, which does give a boost of color for the background. And oh my, I really do love Autumn Joy Sedum. It's so pretty. I always almost forget about the oak tree that also changes colors around this time. This, I think it's called Crimson Spire. You can see the red leaves that are starting to come up. Love it. Or not come up. The leaves are just changing. It's also a bit congested in there with some of the done leaves. Alright guys, it's starting to get pretty late, and I do want to tell you that the next video, I do have plans to show you guys some plants that I did pick up that will be going in ground. Things like bulbs, rhizomes, stuff you would want to put in ground around this time of year. So stick around just so you can see that. I'll probably release that video in like another week, if not a few days. But until then, see you next time. Peace.